Gem or junk? Howdy gamers, Patrick Hickey Jr. here, Editor-in-Chief of ReviewFix.com, bringing you another edition of Gem or Junk. This week we have Baseball on the Nintendo Game Boy. This game was originally released in 1983 on the Nintendo Entertainment System, but also was re-released in another way or form on the Game Boy in 1989. Only 4 teams in this game, no real players. Soundtrack was created by Hirokazu Tanaka, who would later become famous for creating things like the Game Boy, or co-creating things like the Game Boy camera and the Game Boy printer. He also played a huge role in creating the NES gun, the Zapper. So there's a lot of history in this game. For me, though, personally, this game is gangsta for the simple fact that it made you wonder. There's no real players. You're playing the game, you're like, oh, is there a Tom in the major leagues? Oh, this is Tommy Her. Yeah, he used to play the St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah. You just make stuff up if you were a little kid playing this game. It's not like you were playing the show and you had all the real players at your disposal and you could create guys and stuff. You played this game because it was just a lot of fun. 108 miles an hour, Luigi. He's on some performance-enhancing drugs there, right? So this is the thing, this game was just a lot of fun to play. It's ugly, but back in the day, it was pretty damn cool. You can do a lot of really stupid things in this game, like the AI was so simple that, again, look, I ran halfway to second base and I wasn't even close. Oh, Ford, John, who could that be? It's John Kruk on the Phillies. I love that dude. Oh, trying to steal? I'll go back. So you can't do stuff like this in MLB The Show or anything like that. Let's see, I'll try and steal again. Yeah, am I gonna make it? Nah, I'll go back. So I used to play this game back in the day in my bedroom when I was a little kid. I'd lay on my bunk bed and it was like crappy outside, or none of my friends wanted to come out or anything like that, and oh, it's gonna drop, baby, into second base and create like a little world. You know, the game was so Bob. Who could Bob be? Oh, Bob Guerin. He plays for the Yankees. So like, this is the thing. It's like it made you wonder. And I used to love to do stuff like this. Like, here we go, double steal, my save. Yep, save, booyaka, booyaka. So yes, you can do things like this in MLB The Show, but this game was just different time, different place. It's so slow. Like, to play a full game of this game could take like an hour. I mean, I know people that play games at MLB The Show in like 15 minutes. They're just buzzing through all the cutscenes and the this and the that. If you don't want to see it, then look how slow this. You know? And bottom line is, if you weren't having a good time playing this game, then you know what you did? You went outside and you played baseball by yourself. Like, in real life, with your friends. Like, you actually went outside. Kids don't do that nowadays. It's like that episode of South Park when they're all playing World of Warcraft. That's what these kids do now. They're mad lazy. Nobody wants to play anything anymore. You know? It's like I would go outside and be like, I'm Howard Johnson, or, I'm Dave Magadan, I'm Keith Hernandez, I'm Don Mattingly. You know, look at this, they're running out, they're so cute. The music in this game is ridiculous. Like, you will have the music stuck in your head in this game forever. And look at this, fielding is such a bitch because, like, the pitcher, like, controls where everyone goes. So it's like your shortstop, your left fielder, your center fielder, and your right fielder are all connected. See how they're both moving at the same time? They do not make games like this anymore. So this is the thing too, to really understand where sports games were back in the day. A gameplay engine was the most important thing. So it was all about, see, like how I just struck that guy out, I pitched him inside and then I pitched him outside. Those are the things that you were trying to do. And then, like, right here, this could easily be a double or a triple. Learning to play the ball off the wall, like how I just did excellently. I only gave up a single. That's good stuff. Oh, the ball moves so slow. And it's like green. The background is like green. Yeah, it's on the Super Game Boy, and it looks like, you know, they're playing in post-apocalyptic Boston right now. But just different time. Okay, so hitting home runs was not hard. Was incredibly hard in this game, but it was all about just having a good time and playing bases loaded. Oh my god, this is not good. So, as far as I know, up until this point, even Major League Baseball on the Nintendo didn't have... Oh, crap. Oh, that sucks. A grand slam. Hey, your mother, Teddy. How about that, Teddy? Your mother. Forward to you. Oh, the game count. Fantastic. Alright, Scott Hatterberg over here. Go play for the Athletics. Oh, and this was the cool thing too. You bring in your relief pitcher and look how he throws sidearm. Oh, the catch by Robin Ventura. Booyaka, booyaka. So these games had no real players. So as far as I know, RBI Baseball had real players, and RBI Baseball 2 up until this point. So look at this. It's almost impossible to feel like this guy could basically get an inside the park home run. Like, where is my outfielder? So he's going to try and go to third, but I'm going to get the ball. He knows he's not going to make it, so he goes back. It's ridiculous. So bad. So you would play these baseball games and it wouldn't even matter that there were no real players. Could you imagine a baseball game coming out now with absolutely no real players? Nobody would play it. Nobody would play it. And on the NES, you had all sorts of games that had no real players. King Griffey Jr. Baseball and Super Nintendo didn't even have real players. It was all about the gameplay engine. Like, there was a game on Nintendo back in the day, Little League Baseball. It was gangsta. It was just a lot of fun. And see, I love this game just for the fact, like, I just ran out a bunt. Like, people don't even try and do stuff like that in the show anymore. No one plays this way. It's just so different. So again, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that, so I'm not going to go back. So it used to be able to do things like if you got too close to the second baseman, like if I wanted to be a jerk and keep going off the base, the second baseman would eventually come back after me. So I'm going to bunt over again, because I'm gangster like that. There you go. So I just ensured that that guy was going to get to first base. So now I have my pitcher coming up. So I'm sorry, Paul. You got me out of that jam, but we're going to pinch it for you. Jack. Who Jack? Jack is Jack Clark, baby. Slugger for the St. Louis Cardinals and the Yankees and the Padres. And oh my God, it's a single down the line. Oh, some person's rounding third base. No, he won't. So now I got the bases loaded. Again, you can make a sandwich by the time this ball gets back to third base. So I want all these little kids, all these little bastards that play that MLB The Show, and they're like, oh, it sucks. This is what we had to play back in the day. This is what the 30-somethings had to play. This is how we got our kicks. We would have our systems linked together with a freaking cord that was like 6 feet long, and we were stuck together basically like a freaking Chinese finger cuff playing these crappy-ass games for no particular reason other than to spend time with each other. Did you see what I just did right there before? I hit a sac fly and I moved all my runners over. The Major League Baseball players should take reference to that and try and do stuff like that. Like fundamentals. This game, if anything, rewarded you for having solid fundamentals. So. Oh yeah, another single, baby. Oh, 4-4, it's tied, baby. Let's see if I make it. Ooh, they gonna be close. Ooh, stop right there. I gotta do right now. Anyway, John Kruk up again. Probably gonna end it right here, right after this. But, again, ugly game. So much fun. Classic throwback. You could probably get this game for like $3 or $4 somewhere. If you have a Super Nintendo, Super Game Boy, a Game Boy Advance, any of those systems that play it, it's an absolute gem. It's so much fun. But again, if you're one of those people that, oh, it's gotta be pretty, then you're not gonna like it. So, definitely a gem. Gem or Junk is brought to you by Brooklyn Video Games, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite video games and systems. For more information, head to www.facebook.com/Brooklyn Video Games or call 347-314-3267.